It is 6:15. We've got to look at your weather forecast today. Before we get to that, I have a really interesting weather picture to show you. Come to your TV for just a second here. You want to see this. This is an interesting phenomena here. This is from Lars Lieber Photography, and what you're seeing here is something called Brocken specter. And I had to do a little reading about this, but this is when your own shadow is cast on clouds or mist below you. You have to have the sun at your back, and oftentimes when this happens, you get some kind of a halo around your shadow. But Lars said this is his shadow here. He was standing with his arms above his head, but you can get that interesting phenomenon here, and we saw that with the cloud cover that we had over the weekend. So Lars, thank you for sending that one. That's absolutely gorgeous picture. Love that. Super interesting. I learned something new today. We do have some red flags out for the area from noon until 8. This is Fremont County and the San Luis Valley. So we're going to see some gusts around 25, 35 miles per hour in areas there. Quick spreading fires are going to be very likely, especially considering the wind that we're going to be having this afternoon. We're already waking up to some wind, gusting to around 35, 40 out east of I-25. And we're not going to lose this wind through lunchtime today. Notice those sustained winds between about 25, 30 miles per hour, at least through the daytime today. And we should see this through about 6, and then noticing a bit of a decrease in that wind for most areas through about 9 o'clock tonight. Could still see some gusts over the eastern plains, especially if you get a handful of thunderstorms out that way this afternoon. So we'll look at your FUTURECAST here. Chances for storms are pretty low today, but I think if we were to see any, they'd be pretty isolated, a lot like what we saw this weekend, and most of those would be along and east of I-25. So you can see this model here picking up on a little bit of shower activity. I think the coverage is going to be a little bit higher than what we're seeing here, so just be aware of that, especially if you live east of the interstate. A couple of thunderstorms possible this afternoon, but we're not looking at anything widespread or severe at all. Forecast highs today are going to be in the 70s and 80s, so a lot cooler than what we felt this weekend, and we'll continue that cooling trend tomorrow. You can see shot of cool air moving in for your Tuesday. Doesn't last too long. We're going to be back under a little bit more warmth as we head into Thursday, and then over the weekend, some 50s with some scattered storms. You'll find your best storm chances in Woodland Park on Friday. Same story in Canyon City, drying out, warming up for Wednesday, Thursday. Best chance for storms all week is going to be on Friday. Temperatures will be in the upper 50s that day. We'll get back to the 60s on Saturday and Sunday. Pueblo, you'll be in the 70s through Wednesday and Thursday, and even some low 80s for Thursday afternoon. Then for Friday, best chances for storms there. We're looking at some scattered storms for Saturday and Sunday. And in Colorado Springs, we've got 60s, partly cloudy skies for your Wednesday. Thursday brings partly cloudy, dry skies with some 70s, and then we're going to do a 180 there. 50s on Friday. I think that's some sweater weather right there. Send things over to Hannah.